Hello, I'm Maciej Marczyński, COO of TENESYS, and also Certified Cloud Solution Architect with some fancy cloud badges. Last year I sat over there on the sofa, so who knows, maybe next year one of you, or next event, one of you will stand here and tell their story. I'm hoping for that. Well, I'm very happy to be able to talk to you today, as I haven't been giving speeches for quite a while now, so it's even more exciting. Today I will be talking about the cloud, what it is and what it gives for scaling up products and applications. I was asked to make this presentation rather short, probably because of the incoming pizza, but I really hope for some questions at the end. So long story short about TENESYS. A company of over 40 people, headquartered in Poznań, Poland, working mostly for startups and SMB sector from Western Europe, Nordics, UK, US, and some other regions. Well, we are not software developers though. So in particular, who are we? We are server infrastructure, cloud computing, and DevOps service provider. We call ourselves a DevOps house. So we try to minimize stress associated with handling IT infrastructure of our customers, and also help them to scale up when they succeed, because of course they will succeed if they work with us. Yes, we are also the ones that struggles with incidents all night long, which sounds pretty cool, right? No, it doesn't, but we do it. So back to the main point. What even is the cloud? Does anyone have an idea?
It's something in the cloud.
Well, yeah, sure, very accurate. Well, many things about the cloud as some sort of file storage somewhere over there. No one exactly knows where. For example, like Dropbox or Google Drive or that sort. Well, it is a big understatement by far. Actually, just one of the use cases. This term refers to servers accessible over internet, and even more important, the software, databases, and plenty other services that run on those servers. It can be nearly anything. That's why it's so versatile, and it brings so many advantages. Among others, scalability, reliability, time to market reduction, availability on demand. These are my favorites. So what do I mean by scalability, which is, in my opinion, the most significant one? As we all know, to handle application traffic or /load, we need some resources, whatever they are, either computing power, memory, whatever it is. These resources are visualized with these blocks. So in an old-fashioned or vintage approach, we could be either on this very low level to save money, but simply fail to serve customers over here or here. Just fail it. Or on the other hand, we can be on this very high level with resources to successfully serve the customers, but at the same time wasting a lot of computing resources over here, 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 hence wasting money. Thanks to the cloud approach, we can be just slightly above the required level, which also means that we can adjust, we can be elastic, we can be flexible. Okay, how about reliability? If one buys a server or even rents a server, how long will it run before a part of it breaks? I don't know, maybe 5 years if someone is extremely lucky, 3 years, a year, or perhaps a single disk will fail after 2 months. Of course, we can get a replacement, but it takes time. Time of a possible downtime. One of our customers has an application that on one hand serves selling tickets for a sports event, but on the other hand, also handles the entrance to this sports event. So real stadions, for example, one in Poznań. He told us that if they have downtime right before the game, for even 5 minutes, the football fans will simply break through the gate, and it's really life-threatening situation. Even 5 minutes is not acceptable. So imagine if we could simply spin up a new instance or new service and replace the old one in a matter of seconds. Or how about if we can do all of this completely automatically, with no interference, with no hand action, manual actions. All of this is possible thanks to the cloud approach. I sort of miss the good old times of getting up at 3 a.m. and driving to a data center of one of our local customers in Poznań, when the power supply of one of their servers break, or the whole server actually break because of the power supply problem, which literally went on fire. Good memories. Okay, how about time to market reduction? If you have ever tried to predict and get the infrastructure to run your application, you know how much effort and time it takes. If you haven't, believe me, it's not fun at all, and it is never accurate. You want to just test a single new feature in your product. We can either spin up a copy of the system in the cloud, or wait days or even weeks for hardware if you do not have a dedicated test environment, which is an additional cost, by the way. And finally, availability on demand or pay-as-you-go approach. I've covered it a little bit before, but let me explain it a little bit more now. People tend to fear that using the cloud is costly. Partially it might be true, but if you are aware, it might bring a lot of cost savings as well. You might simply kill any resources that are not needed anymore and pay only for the actual usage. One of our customers wanted to test one of Microsoft SQL database feature very much. If you do not know how much does the SQL Server license cost, I can just tell you that it is a lot. So we've created the database service for 3 hours, and the whole cost was less than $3. Now I would like to tell you a story of yet another of our customers, the Tink. Perhaps you know Tink. Does anyone know Tink, what they do? They are from Berlin, so you might know. If you don't, Tink is a smart home IoT store operating locally here in German market, headquartered in Berlin. And during most of their marketing campaigns, like around Black Week, they tend to lose a lot of orders because of performance issues. The clients were pretty upset, and you all might imagine what it means for an e-store, a possible disaster. So our common journey started, and I don't want to jump into too many technical details here because it's not the place for it. But if you're interested, I'm happy to talk about them later. But the fact is, we ran a series of workshops to plan things out. We've chosen the most suitable cloud provider for them, and we've migrated them to AWS Cloud, and then implemented a lot of changes and tested, rinse and repeat. And after several iterations, enough said, in the first year after the migration, it was 2018, they've successfully, during the Black Friday, they've successfully managed to serve 2.5 times more orders than the previous year, with zero downtime. We've also increased their security by implementing cloud-native security services like web application firewall, which would not be possible at their scale at that time outside of the cloud, or it actually would be just too costly. We've also secured their data in a secure database service with no external access from the internet, and implemented several other means of security to meet the best practices. And all of these steps allowed them to make another move, expansion abroad. Thanks to the cloud global presence and a lot of our automation that we've provided, they were able to run or create new stores in yet another country, and yet another country in matters of days. I believe at the moment they are present in 5 or 6 countries around the globe, also in the US, but don't quote me on that, and I'm not sure exactly how many. I believe it's 5 or 6. With local e-shops. It's not like they operate here in Germany, but they have local e-shops in all of these countries. It was all possible thanks to this approach. They are happy, their clients are happy, and of course then we are happy as well. Well, that's it. So questions. Do you have any questions? Of course, it's always possible to ask questions later when we finish this part of the presentations. If not, thank you very much for your attention. Look for me in the crowd later on, if you want to have a chat. There are also 2 of my colleagues on the back, so catch any of us, and cheers.